Welcome to my YouTube channel. This basically going to be talking about SummerSlam going to be held at the US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota, April 1st and August 1st and August 7th, 2026, with Raw and SmackDown. They're going to be about 12 matches. There's going to be 12 matches. The main events on both nights, Cody Punk night 1 and Reigns Wallen night 2. Have become 6 each, so yeah. Let's see. Well, it's going to be on ESPN, so yeah. Let's do the match itself. For the first one, get out of the way. Liv Morgan, Io Sky, night 1. That ever since Liv Morgan won the title, women's world title in April, she hasn't really defended it. People just basically told her about, said well, she got 100 over 100 days reign, and then she hasn't defended once. So yeah, she really said, I think, on X Twitter, about she didn't care about she defended or not. It's been a luck. So Io Sky won at the Queen of the Ring against Liv Morgan. So my theory is Liv Morgan gonna retain. Everybody wants Io to win, but Liv Morgan is gonna end up taking it, and then we don't know who's gonna be Liv's post SummerSlam match. Rivalry. Next match, well, everyone's saying night 1 gonna be better than night 2. Femi versus Brock Lesnar. Hell in a Cell match. Well, ever since WrestleMania, Femi beat Brock, then Brock beat Femi on the rematch. I think, yeah, then. Done. Now I have everything done. Femi, Brock Lesnar went out retirement, so basically he wanted Femi in Hell in a Cell. So my theory is Femi gonna probably win the match and retire Brock Lesnar, probably the last time in his hometown. LA Knight's Hollow Sikoa Royce versus the Bloodlines, 6-man tag team match. Let's see. LA Knight was with the Usos and WrestleMania. Well, I don't know if the Usos and Jacob Fatu was doing as a heel, so yeah, then stemming around, LA Knight did impress, the type of chief and some stuff like that. 6-man tag team, my prediction would be the baby LA Knight, Royce and Solo gonna beat them. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Yeah, Nick Aldis didn't end up wrestling for 3 months. Ever since SmackDown, Gunther came in, he wasn't respected or whatever from the GM of SmackDown. So on Saturday night's main event, Aldis screwed Gunther out on the match. So basically, Gunther put his hand on him. Then basically, around right before the pre-show, that SummerSlam, I think they made the match. I think Nick gonna end up winning somehow, but Goof's gonna probably choke him out. My thing is Nick Aldis gonna win. The next one, the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatu Influence. Fatu Influence won the match, won the women's tag titles in Saturday night's main event. So Nikki came out after, like when they, I think on SmackDown, I think Nikki came back Saturday. Oh, I don't know. I forgot. Darn it! I always remember that when I do a video, my mind always gets wiped. So, anyways, Nikki Bella and Bella Twin fit a few. They had a match probably on SmackDown. Nikki Bella came back. Nikki wanted 6-woman match. So basically, that's it. Night 2. Woman Penta versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Champion. For a few weeks, Chad Gable won the Gauntlet match to face Penta at Virus in SummerSlam in a couple weeks ago on Raw. So yeah. My theory is Chad Gable probably gonna end up beating Penta in his hometown of Minneapolis. So that's my theory. Tiffany Stratton, Jay Carter versus Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair versus Julia. I know it's probably going to be Julia anyway, so because SmackDown is going to be tomorrow. So in that match, Jay Carter screwed Nia Jax twice. So Charlotte Flair and Jay Carter are going to be in the same match. I really think in the hometown girl Tiffany Stratton gonna win the singles match, the fatal 5-way ladder match for the interim. I don't know why they want the interim one. My thing is Tiffany Stratton gonna end up winning the interim, then they can probably fuse it a couple weeks when Rhea gets back. And then let's versus Dominic Mysterio for the human money on the pole. I think that won its course, so I will think Dan Harrison's gonna end up beating Dominic Mysterio and keeping my money, or basically JD gonna try to interfere or something. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor. I think Sami Zayn gonna lose the #1 contendership. Finn Balor gonna end up winning the #1 contendership, and Sami gonna go ahead, gonna end up going insane. Anyways, Trick Williams versus Bear Cody for the Intercontinental Champion. For the United States Champion, on SmackDown. I really think Corbin doesn't need to. I think other people needs to be in the match, like Carmelo Hayes and Baron Corbin just came back and just abandoned the match. So Trick Williams gonna end up retaining the match and everything. The last match, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns wanted to beat Seth Rollins to prove to him that he could beat him, the former Shield brother. So a couple weeks they were going back and forth. I will think Reigns gonna end up keeping the title and gonna say he beat Rollins this time. My theory is Roman Reigns winning the match and retaining the World Heavyweight Champion. So that's my night 1 and 2 quickly, and was under 10 minutes. And Monday Night Raw, I think Lyra Valkyria and Soul Worker should have a match at SummerSlam. I really think those girls just Monday Night Raw beat Soul Worker for the title, so basically, yeah. those three should have a match. My theory is there might be 2 more matches total 14, but maybe not. All right. That's what my thoughts and opinions on SummerSlam in Minnesota. Well, tagline SummerSlam Minnesota. All right. Thanks for watching. Be sure to get my video shown to a lot of people. Like and subscribe. Thanks.